Education Ministry investigating burn of McGraw High School boy over hairstyle. The Ministry of Education says it is working with McGraw High School in St. Catherine to address the issue of a schoolboy being barred from entering the institution due to his hairstyle and will ensure that proper procedures are followed moving forward. The student who was barred over a grooming policy infraction posted a video on TikTok accusing the school of unfair treatment and called for the intervention of the Ministry of Education. The video went viral, reigniting public discussions about hairstyles in school. The ministry says it has received a preliminary report as part of its ongoing investigation launched last week when the video began circulating. According to the report, the student arrived late and was cautioned about both his tardiness and his haircut, which was deemed non-compliant with the school's regulation. He was reportedly instructed to remain in a designated area while his parents were contacted. However, the student allegedly left the school compound. Efforts by the principal to direct the student and others back inside were reportedly met with non-compliance, the ministry added. The ministry, through its regional office, says it is assessing the situation and will meet with the student, his parents, the principal, and others involved to discuss the matter. These meetings, it stated, are part of efforts to ensure that all stakeholders adhere to established protocols while prioritizing the education needs and well-being of the students involved. The ministry does not take incidents like this lightly. While we are committed to upholding school policies, we must ensure that all actions are carried out in a manner that respects the rights and dignity of both students and staff. Our goal is to promote a positive learning environment where discipline is balanced with understanding, said CEO Terrian Thomas Gale. Victoria Jubilee Hospital refutes online claims of poor care for expected mother. The management of the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, VJH, says claims being made on social media that a pregnant woman faced significant delays in care due to a lack of beds and healthcare providers are false and misleading. Dr. Garth McDonald, Senior Medical Officer at VJH, says at no point during the patient's visit was the labor ward full or experiencing any bed-related issues. McDonald says a report received indicated that she was seen by a healthcare worker upon her arrival at the hospital, assessed as being 8 centimeters dilated and in active labor. He says she was offered a recliner or the option to return to the examination bed while her bed was prepared, which, according to him, was ready in less than 10 minutes. McDonald further explained that on the same duty night, the VJ8 staff successfully delivered 10 babies. Both the woman and her baby were discharged the following day after her delivery without complications, he stated. The VJH continues to prioritize the well-being of all our patients and remain committed to providing high-quality healthcare services to the Jamaican public, stated McDonald. We urge members of the public to refrain from spreading false and misleading information about our institution on social media. For any concerns or complaints, we encourage individuals to use the appropriate channels by making direct communication at the Office of the Patient Affairs Department at the institution. You may also send a private message through our social media account and the SRS Online website chat, he added. McDonald says the hospital will continue to investigate any further claims or allegations, ensuring that transparency and accountability remain at the forefront of its operations. Manchester Police Commander leading renowned murder reduction strategy following spike experience last year. Police in Manchester say they are targeting a reduction in murders this year, following the spike experience last year. In 2024, Manchester recorded 50 murders, up from 44 in 2023. Head of the Police Division, Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, says he is leading a renewed murder reduction strategy for 2025. His declaration was welcomed by Manchester Central Member of Parliament Rhoda Crawford, who reiterated the need for residents to support the police. They were speaking at the Manchester Police Annual Church Service in Poros.
We did see an uptick in our murders, and because of that, our strategy for this year going forward is our murder reduction strategies. And I'm sure that if you are out there anywhere on the road in Manchester, you will see our boots on the ground. So when we look at the categories of the personal crimes such as rape, we saw rape going down by 5 cases or 24%. Our aggravated assaults was down 3 or 12%. Our robberies declined by 27 or 46%. Our break-ins, and I might add that at one point, Manchester was seen as the break-in capital of Jamaica. And over the past 10 years, when we look at the trend, break-in has gone down by some 270% in this parish.
We must realize that the efforts of the security forces requires all hands on deck. We are all responsible to join the fight. And when the police have to make serious decisions and determinations about locking off the parties and implementing curfews, they are acting on intelligence. They are not trying to stop your livelihood. What they want is for you to be safe.
Single-use plastic food container no longer allowed in Jamaica. The distribution and use of single-use plastic food container are no longer allowed in Jamaica. This as a 6-month transition period during which they were allowed ended last Thursday, January 9. Under the regime, the importation and use of food boxes made in whole or half with acid are prohibited. Minister with responsibility for the environment, Matissa Moda, says no individual is allowed to import, distribute, manufacture or sell any of the banned items as of January 9 deadline. He says the government is confident that the past 6-month period allows sufficient time for thorough consultation and sensitization among private sector stakeholders and relevant regulatory authorities, enabling a smooth transition. The government's policy position on single-use plastic is being proactively pursued to safeguard public health and environment. Mr. Samuda encourages the public to purchase environmental-friendly alternatives to single-use plastic packaging. He said this is important to safeguard health, lives, and livelihoods. Since 2019, the government has imposed a ban on single-use plastic products. These include plastic bags, plastic drinking straws, packaging made of a whole or part expanded of foam and used in food and beverage industry, and plastic straw attached to juice boxes and drink punches. The second category of items is the fourth phase, will see a ban of the importation, manufacture, sale, and use of cosmetic care or personal care product to which plastic microbeads or microplastic have been intentionally added. These items will be prohibited as of July 1. Anyone found guilty of breaches of the order may be fined up to $50,000 or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 2 years, or to both fine and imprisonment. A significant increase in penalties under the NRCA Act is being debated in Parliament, and once approved, these will be applied. Breaches involving the importation of single-use plastic will be prosecuted under the Trade Plastic Packaging Material Prohibition Order, and if found guilty, the court may impose a maximum fine of $2 million and/or a term of imprisonment. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.